Today, we're going to dive into the story of a truly revolutionary idea. I mean, one that really fundamentally changed how businesses work. We're talking about Oracle NetSuite, the company that proved powerful business software didn't have to be locked away in the boardrooms of giant corporations. So let's get into how they pulled it off.
Okay, I want you to just let that question sink in for a second. We're talking 1998. Most of us were still on dial-up, hearing that awful screeching sound just to get online. The idea of running your entire business, your accounting, your sales, everything, from a plain old web browser, it was practically science fiction. But that wild idea, that was the exact vision that started this whole thing.
So here's how we're going to break down this incredible journey. First, we'll look at the big problem NetSuite was trying to solve. Then we'll see how they were born as a cloud-native pioneer. After that, we'll get into what they actually built, this ERP in a browser. Then comes the massive Oracle acquisition, and finally we'll wrap up with their absolute game-changing legacy.
All right, let's set the scene. Picture it, the late 1990s. If you were a growing, mid-sized business, you were basically stuck in a technology desert. All the really powerful software, it was built for the titans of industry, the mega corporations.
And this slide, man, it just lays out the massive gap that existed. On one side, you've got the Fortune 500s. They could afford these gigantic on-premise ERP systems. That means huge costs, entire rooms filled with servers you had to manage, and massive IT departments just to keep the lights on. But on the other side, you have all these mid-market companies. What did they need? Something affordable, something simple, something that didn't require an army of tech experts. And back then, a solution like that just didn't exist. And right into that huge, gaping hole in the market steps a new company. One built from the ground up, from day one, to solve this exact problem. A true pioneer born in the cloud. It all starts in 1998. A guy named Evan Goldberg founded a company with some serious financial backing from Oracle's own Larry Ellison. Fun fact, it was first called NetLedger, and its mission, right from the get-go, was to deliver business software over the internet. This made them one of the world's very first software as a service, or as we all know it now, SaaS companies. So what does SaaS actually mean for a business? Well, instead of buying a super expensive piece of software and installing it on your own complicated servers, you just access it through the internet. The analogy here is perfect. It's like renting a fully furnished apartment instead of having to buy and build a whole house. This model just blew the doors open, completely eliminating the need for all that expensive, complex IT infrastructure.
Okay, so we get it. The delivery model was totally revolutionary. But what was the product itself? What did NetSuite actually put inside that web browser that was so different?
The vision, well, it was breathtakingly simple and just incredibly powerful. One single system, access through your browser to run your entire company. No more trying to get your accounting software to talk to your sales software, to talk to your inventory system. It was all there, all in one place. And this platform was built on some really key pillars. First, you had the financials, the heart of the business, tracking all the money coming in and out. Then you had CRM, or customer relationship management, so you could see every single interaction you had with a customer. You could even run your online stores right from the platform. And the secret sauce? Customization. With tools like SuiteScript, a business could tailor the whole system to fit their specific needs perfectly. It was quite literally a business in a box, or a business in a browser. So for nearly 2 decades, NetSuite is out there defining this whole cloud ERP space. They're growing, they're innovating, but in 2016, their journey takes a massive turn when they get acquired by the very same company whose co-founder helped get them started. And the price tag? Just look at it. $9.3 billion. This wasn't just a simple purchase. Oh no, this was a statement. This was the old guard, the software establishment, Oracle, publicly declaring that the cloud model NetSuite had championed for years wasn't just some niche idea anymore. It was the future. And you know, joining Oracle just put rocket fuel in NetSuite's tank. All of a sudden, they had access to Oracle's incredible global scale and resources. This let them expand internationally way faster and integrate deeply with Oracle's super powerful cloud infrastructure. It basically cemented NetSuite's position as the go-to ERP for the mid-market. So when you look back, what's the lasting impact of this cloud pioneer? It's about so much more than just one product. It's really about how they fundamentally rewired the entire software industry. You can really boil their legacy down to 3 huge things. First, they proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that complex mission-critical software, the very heartbeat of a company, could be run securely and reliably over the cloud. That was a radical idea back then.
Second, they empowered a whole generation of medium-sized businesses, giving them tools that used to be only for the corporate elite. And third, by doing all this, they paved the way for the entire SaaS industry as we know it today.
Today, NetSuite is a hugely important part of Oracle's overall cloud strategy. It gives them this powerful one-two punch. For the absolute biggest, most complex companies on the planet, Oracle has its Fusion ERP cloud. But for that huge, dynamic, and growing mid-market, that's NetSuite's kingdom. The agile, all-in-one platform. It's really the best of both worlds.
You know, I think this quote just nails it. More than maybe any other company, NetSuite took this abstract concept of software as a service and made it real, tangible, a thing that thousands of businesses could actually use. They didn't just sit around predicting the future of the cloud. They went out and built it, proving to everyone that the future was already here.